Okay, so the game is Epic Empires. It's a 12-player game. It's already fairly underway here. This is going to be turns 5 through 9. The previous turns were shown in another video somewhere out there on YouTube. But turn 9 is where I consider my mid game to start um, because I break 20 stars. So to catch you up, in case you missed it, so I spawned in the middle there, where my capital is, of course. And pretty much everyone ignored me. So I was able to just pick two other players off without really any intervention. So on the east coast there, I killed Yadak. He didn't really have too much of a chance. There's nothing really he could have done. Sometimes in 12-player games, some people are just less fortunate than others. And then Imo had the same situation. Because initially I sent out an explorer and I got archers and maybe riding. I might have bought riding. So now the battle is between myself and Ellie Ryan, who killed Polaris. You see a few pieces of frozen terrain there. So luckily he killed Polaris for me. I really didn't want to deal with ice archers or anything. So it'll be mainly myself and Ellie, and then I'll go after Kiku up there in the north. So scratch that. I'm going to send a giant in Kiku's direction first. So Ellie will be next. So yeah, my initial explorer got quite a few things. And then I don't know if I bought climbing or if I got it, but Ellie would have been a lot more successful if he had climbing earlier, because I've just been sniping his Polytaurs with my archers that have been standing behind mountains. So he hasn't really had any opportunity to retaliate. I think he now has finally bought climbing on this turn, so maybe a little too late. And I think Polaris doesn't really have the ability to upgrade their initial city too quickly. So if Ellie would have gotten climbing earlier, he could have upgraded that prior Polaris city to a level 2 and gotten an explorer. It would not be advantageous to have gotten an explorer before climbing, though, because the explorer would not make it through that mountain range. Well, I guess it could. I mean, the odds, I would say, what, 5 mountains, one square it could pass through. So the odds are what, 5 to 1 that it doesn't make it. So yeah, we're gonna be successful in taking this Kiku village, and it's not really Kiku's anyway. It was Hoodrick's. Luckily, Hoodrick didn't die before I got archers. Um, so yeah, Kiku doesn't need it. It's not really his village. He shouldn't mind too much. He's just visiting there. So one of Ellie's Polytars finally makes it through the mountain range. He finally gets climbing, but yeah, it's pretty much too late. I think Ellie resigns. Yeah, at the end of this turn, I think Ellie finally resigns. I don't know why I said finally, because he's got 2 villages. That's not bad. So I have not met all the players yet. So I'm going to need to get sailing fairly soon. And I was trying to play this at 3 speed because someone had said my videos were a little too slow at 1 speed. So yeah, it looked like what, 4 opponents dead already. So yeah, I'm back to 3 times speed. That it actually went reverted back to 1 time speed. So trusty VLC player. So yeah, we of course get sailing before we take that village to keep costs low. And then we go for border growth here. I've got an that was a monument I laid down, not a port. That was the killer monument. I just killed my 10th unit on the previous turn. But I went for border expansion because I saw those whales. Really, it's not beneficial enough to border expand just to get one whale normally, unless you need to border expand to get more ports. In this case, I didn't. I already had water access, so I was taking a gamble. I was gambling that there were more whales out there in the deeper ocean. I figured, based on experience, there was about a 50% chance there were actually more whales out there in the ocean when I border expanded. But I lost that gamble. It was really useless. Normally, I wouldn't have taken that chance, except, I mean, I'm fairly ahead in this game, so it doesn't really hurt me. So yeah, I popped 2 giants up north. I know Kiku's still up there somewhere, his capital somewhere in the clouds. I don't think it's out in the sea. And then Imperius is right there too with his capital. So one of you two are next. I'll see you soon.